Today's lesson is estimating products. It's lesson 3.2 and it covers standard 5.C.1. Let's look at this sample problem. A store needs at least $15,000 in sales per month to make a profit. If the store is open every day in March and sales average $525 per day, will the store make a profit in March? Well, we're going to do some estimating, but first we need to know how many days there are in March. And there's 31. So we would take 525 times 31. Well, that's not an easy multiplication problem, so that's why today we're going to be using estimation. We're going to say that 500 rounds down to 525, rounds down to 500. And then 31 rounds down to 30. Okay? It is so easy for you guys to multiply 5 times 3. You guys know that is 15. And then we have 1, 2, 3 zeros to add on to the end. We would place our comma, don't forget your $sign, and we would say that our estimated profit would be about $15,000 for the month. Okay? Would we make enough for the store? Yes. We need to make at least, it says, at least $15,000. Well, we did. It says, and you can watch again on right there in part B, it shows what we did. Part C over here says both numbers used to estimate were less than the actual numbers, meaning that we rounded down. We went from 525 down to 500 and 31 down to 30. That means that $15,000 is an underestimate, okay, meaning that the store will actually have more than $15,000 worth of sales. Okay, so the store will make a profit. Continuing on to some more examples, we have up here 24 times 398. They want you to estimate, and it says 25 and 4 are compatible numbers because their product is easy to compute mentally. Remember when we've talked about quarters? 25 and 4 are easy because there's 4 quarters and $1. Equals 100 right there. What our textbook has done is taken 24 and rounded or estimated to 25. They've taken 398 and rounded it to a total of 400. Because 25 times 4 is 100, they added the 2 zeros right here from your 100. They then ended up with 10,000. Okay, it is an overestimate because both of those numbers we used were rounded up. 24 was rounded up to 25, and 398 was rounded up to 400. Let's look at a couple more sample problems. We'll start with number 2. 29 times 688. We are going to round 29 up to 30. And then round 688 up to 700. 3 times 7 is 21. And then I have 3 zeros to add on. 2 of the zeros come from 700 and 1 from 30, leaving me with 20,000. Okay, it would be an overestimate because I took 29 and moved up to 30, but also 688 and moved up to 700. Let's look now at number 4. 43 times 108. 43 I'm going to take down to 40. And 108 I'm going to take down to 100. 4 times 1 is 4. And I have 1 0 and 2. So a total of 3 zeros to add, giving me 4,000. Okay, that means that 43 times 108, when estimated, is going to be about 4,000. It is going to be an underestimate because 43 I took down to 40 and 108 I took down to 100. Continuing on, your iStep Plus practice questions. Lance has 102 packages of sports cards. Each package has 28 cards. Use rounding to estimate. About how many cards does Lance have? Let's take 28 times 102, and I'm going to estimate 28 to be 30, and I'm going to estimate 102 to be 100. Okay? 3 times 1 is 3, and then I have 3 zeros to add on, meaning it's about $3,000. So my answer would be C, 3,000. Number 25 says, which does not show a reasonable estimate of 24 times 338? Well, before we say which one does not, let's find out what a reasonable estimate would be. Okay, 24 could easily go to 25 times 338 could go to 300. Thinking about quarters, 25 times 3 is 75, and add my 2 zeros on. So I am going to say that C would be a good answer, but it's not the only answer. We could also, just trying to erase, we could also take 24 and turn it into 20, and then take 338 down to 300. Okay, and we can multiply our 2 and our 3 and get 6 and add 3 zeros to make another answer, 6,000. Okay, well, if you think logically, if 6,000 and 7,500 are both answers that are reasonable, 7,000 is in between there, so it should also be considered reasonable. 10,000 is not reasonable because it is so much larger. Okay, your assignment for today is to get page 123 and 124, and you're going to complete numbers 4 through 14, just the even numbers. Okay, think about that, even. And then you're on the back side, you're going to do numbers 21 and 22. You do not have an IXL skill today, so when you finish the worksheet, come to me and we will mark you off on the chart. Enjoy!